question 14. So we need to check which one of these three possibilities are giving us the correct code. So something is urban if there are more than 3,000 people per square mile, so greater than 3,000 per square mile. Suburban if it's from 1,000 to 3,000 inclusive, and if it's less than 1,000, then that place is rural. So let's take a look at the first one. So if density is greater than 3,000, the category is urban. That corresponds exactly to what we have here. That is good. If the first one is true, we don't even check the second one because this is an else statement. And likewise, we don't check the third part either. So if density is greater than 3,000, then cat will be returned as urban. That's exactly what we want. If density is greater than 999, but not greater than 3,000, we've already checked all numbers greater than 3,000 when we did the first part of the conditional, with the first part of the else if statement. So this will only check numbers from 999 to 2,999. If it falls in that ballpark, then category will be suburban. That's exactly what we want. In all other cases, in other words, we will only even enter the final else statement if we have a number which is less than 1,000. In that case, the category will be rural. That's exactly what we want. And one is great. 2 is the one which is not correct. So this may be a little tricky to understand. Well, the first thing is we're using if statements and not if-else statements. So when you have an if-else statement, you will only check one part of it. If you go into the if statement, then you don't go into the else if part, and you don't go into the else part. So we will only assign the value of cat one time and one time only. However, here it's possible to assign cat more than once. So let's say cat is 4,000. We will check is density greater than 4,000, greater than 3,000. Well, 4,000 is greater than 3,000, so yes. So category will become urban. And the problem is here. If density were 4,000, then 4,000 would be greater than 999. Because this is not an if-else statement, these two are not exclusive. So we can enter both of these. So category will now be reassigned to suburban, and then when we come out of here, category will then be reassigned again to rural. So if density were equal to, for example, 4,000, category would be reassigned 1, 2, 3 times, and then it would be returned with completely the wrong value. This one is incorrect. Part 3, this one is just fine. So compare part 3 to part 2. They both use if statements. They don't have if else. But the difference this time is that here we are returning the value. Now remember, as soon as you hit the word return, you immediately exit the method. So there's no possibility that you can enter both of these. These two conditional statements are exclusive of each other because of the return keyword. So if density were 4,000 here, we would immediately return urban and then exit the method. If density were less than 3,000, we would then check this conditional. If density were, say, for example, 2,000, we would return suburban and then exit the method. And it's only if both of these two conditionals, the greater than 3,000 and greater than 999, if those are both false, then we return rural. Again, this is exactly what we want, so this one is just fine. So 1 and 3 are both possible correct answers.